Legendary stream. Thank you, Gamarad. This is going to be on YouTube probably in like 3 parts. Bye, everybody. Melee forever.
What up?
Hey.
Yeah, we might get Scar in here too. Imagine it ends with Leffen versus Chillin, and then we just go super deep into that, dude.
Let's fucking go. Dude, that was Bobby. You were the host for that.
Yeah.
You did such a good job at that.
You really did. You knocked it out of the fucking
really
park.
did. I mean, man, that was such that.
No way. For the
hosting of Apex 2015.
Bobby, you
made
Bizarro Flame not awkward.
hype. Yes,
You made Bizarro Flame hype.
Dang,
That's
dude,
a tall
I'm
fucking
actually
order.
sick then. Wait, I thought it was super awkward.
No, dude. That
While I was doing it, I was like, "Damn, dude, this is fun."
No, you made it fucking.
We're
I was
barely-
there.
made it
We're
so
barely-
hype.
No, you made it hype.
Nobody's gonna like. I thought the people weren't gonna like it. Hey, man, if you guys like it, then that means it was great.
People have been trying to recreate that salty sweet feeling ever since. I don't think we've ever done it. That was such a
I remember I was
magical-
asking people to trash talk, and I remember dudes were just like,
Oh,
Southwest
yeah,
was just like, "Oh yeah, you know, I really respect Axe. He's an incredible player." I was like, "Yeah, do you want to fuck him up?" He was like, "Oh man, that guy's so good. His spacing's on point." What would you do if he smacked you in your face? And I'm like, I just really respect the dash dance game. It's like, God damn.
Bobby, if you didn't ask Chillin, what did you ask him? If you didn't ask him whatever the fuck you asked him after the set,
We wouldn't have gotten my beat.
we never would have gotten my
You
beat.
said anything to say. You said anything to say.
Chillin, you have anything you want to say to the people?
My B.
You have to be a bold interviewer to do that. If I was up there, I would be too afraid of,
I would check it out.
Chillin just lost. He got 0-5. I'm just going to let him go off the stage. But you had that little bit of scar, smirk, push, dude.
Dang,
You
damn.
put the mic in his face and you said anything to say. And, like, we would not have got my B. That's such an important thing.
Oh,
I
You have to have that little
I'll
bit of,
take
like,
that
push
credit.
the
Hey, I'll
boundary.
take that credit. I'll take it. I'll take it.
I can't believe he said my B.
Easy
Bobby,
money from...
did you have any
yeah.
context as the host? So I mean, I was a spectator purely. Did you know what the fuck? Because when they started playing the Leffen diss track, I felt like I had an out of body experience. I did not know what was going on. Can you explain? Can you explain what that was like? Like here, because I'm sure you had some kind of little walkthrough. Okay, this is how it's gonna be. They're gonna play this little song.
To this day, I've never truly heard that song.
What?
And it must be because, yeah, I was standing there when it first played. I didn't understand the context of what was happening,
Oh
you know.
my God.
And I just like didn't really hear it that well as it was in the. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really hear it that well. I was
Yeah.
like, what is going on here, dude? Is the Melee community getting a rap or something?
The speakers in these sorts of
going on,
venues, the
dude?
speakers are always pointed in a way that
Yeah.
makes it audible to the people who need to hear, which is the audience. So
But I would never hear it. Right? It's just pointed away from the stage.
Yeah, it's like
or not
muffled.
clearly. You're not going to hear the words. You're not going to understand it. Yeah, it's going to be
Yeah, it was
a loud mess.
I'll tell you, my honest recollection is I had no idea what was happening.
okay, so we're in the same boat.
Yeah.
Damn.
Because
It
I
was
was
so epic. It is so much bigger than you would expect. And I mean, the production value, if you look back on it, is nothing. But to look at it in that point of view, and it's like this shot music video with smoke coming up,
It was-
and it's like, what the fuck is like? Where did this come from?
There
We're all in
was-
like an empty warehouse watching Chillindude rap to fight Leffen. It was crazy.
there was
respect your elders.
respect your elders.
Respect your
Yes.
elders.
Are you gonna listen to it right now?
You live listening.
mind?
Live listening.
All right, 3, 2, 1, K. Woo!
Do.
Yeah.
All right, so now I'm gonna. This is. Yeah.
And it's just Leffen getting owned in all the clips.
I'm the favorite if he chokes. As far as Armada goes, I'll just wait till he's a host. Ain't no telling how foolish you'll be looking. Evidence I zip can't contain the ass whooping. Right when we realize the money match is over, that'll be a cue to throw your controller.
Oh!
Good spike.
You said you were a god. I know it wasn't plucked. Been here 10 years and you know I'm showing up. For a man in many words, I think you said enough. But the only way to make you hush, first I body bag your fox, then die zip it shut. I'ma put you in your place. Kid, you a disgrace. Get killed quick like that missile hit you in the face. After all this, you'll be watching your mouth. Ain't no telling who be calling you out. Salty sweet goes down, you better come correct. Until you win a major, show your elders some respect.
I like the shots of Blur.
Yeah.
Me too.
I ain't done yet.
P.S. Leffen.
Underdog, so place your bets. Whoever wanna see Leffen looking dumb, throw your money on the line, cause I'm making some. Gotta say, bro, you looking awfully weak. Wait and see what happens in the salty sweet. Vanilla Fox will suit you, go find another. Teach you a lesson and take back my color.
And it's just so funny. Flash forward to him losing 5.
Yeah.
It is a great story, and respect to Chillin for having the balls to make a full rap before he goes up
for
against a guy that's favored. That's
For sure.
The way I felt, right? So like I got off commenter, whatever the deal was, and Chillin was backstage, and I like she's talking to, I think it was like G Money, Siren, maybe some East Coast people, and he was like he's getting ready for the money match, and he was like kind of psyching himself up, talking through his game plan. He's like, okay. So yeah, Leffen's really good. I mean, he's got good combos, very modern kind of Fox, but I think I've got one thing that he's not going to be able to deal with, which is those falling up airs I do. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get him with those falling uppers. He's not really going to, it's going to throw him off. It's going to take him out of his element. That's kind of my game plan. I think I got him with those falling uppers. And I was like, yeah, that makes sense, bro. And I kind of walked away from there like, all right, Chillin's completely fucked. he's completely fucked. Like,
your smile turned into a frown as you walk away.
I thought at first I was like, well, Chillin's pretty good. Maybe he can take a game. And after hearing his game plan of like, I'm going to hit him with falling up airs, I was like, it's probably going to be 5-0. And I go to the crowd, I walked out front and I was chilling. There's some other matches, Eichelman, whatever. And then time for the main event. And the rap song starts playing, Leffen diss track, and I didn't know what the fuck was happening. And like I explained, it was like I lived, because we didn't have Smash diss tracks back then. Mike Hayes and a couple others
did not
got into that game, right? But at the time, I did not know what the fuck was happening. And all this, and as this song was played, and I slowly realized what was going on, I felt for like a flicker, I was like, Chill's gonna win. If there's one thing,
that's the power of the music.
If there's one thing that changes the whole fucking script, flips the whole fucking script, it's this fucking rap song. And he's got one shot. If he wins game 1, off of this diss track,
you could shake him.
There's a world.
It was close, wasn't it?
It was so fucking close. And
game 1 was close. I remember.
Close, and he choked it, and that was it. And
I think you're right. I think he wins game 1. Everything's different. It's like the wife versus Ken.
But I do think things would have been different for me if I beat him. I think everything would have been different.
Or whatever. Everything's different, dude. Melee was
one of the greatest streams I've ever seen a Smasher do. Chillin did a stream a couple years ago. It was like the anniversary of the My B whatever Leffen diss track, and he did a stream where he's like, "Yeah, we're gonna watch that again, relive it." And he had, it was like Papa Paint, or I think he had Papa Paint edit together footage of him clutching that first game. It was like all of the game was the same, and then they cleverly swapped in footage.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Not like this!
Smash, but Chillin. Yes.
Wow! All right, let's go 1-1.
It was the most brilliant stream. And I remember I was watching it, and he wins the game, and he's like, "Okay, this is what I took game 1, and this is what I was pretty sure." And I was like, "Wait a fucking second!" I don't remember. And chat was fucking question marking out of their minds. It was so hype. It was a great stream. And then it's like, all right, I had someone edit this, but it was so good. It was like,
what's funny though is if it was a 4-1, if it had been a 4-1 or anything less than a 5-0, it wouldn't be such a moment, It punctured the sky of Melee into the wider gaming sphere. He made a rap song and then got 5-0. Not even 3-0, dude. You had to be up there for like a full half an hour getting your ass beat.
The song is on Rap Genius with explanations as to some of the dialogue.
Fucking Leffen slapping his knee and laughing the whole time every time you try to fucking do a combo or oh my god, I can't even imagine. Chillin is a man of iron. I got so much respect for the man.
Yeah, and it was also cool, like how he said it, how he framed it, because like felt like I was in his shoes, where you could imagine people messaging you and being like, "Hey, come back." And Prague didn't just say, "Hey, come back." He took some next steps on that, and I think that's sick.
That whole story was amazing.
I didn't know that he was that dirty.
That reminds me of someone else who got an old legend to come back for Evo, but by beating their ass in a money match.
That wasn't mentioned. Yeah.
Scar made Ken come back for Evo by beating him in a best of 7 live on stream in a really epic show match. I think it was one of the most viewed. It was one of the most viewed melee videos on on YouTube for a while. It was
yeah.
Actually, wait. Let me see if I can find.
Let me look it up right now. Ken versus Scar, Kings of Cali 2. Yeah. This whole hype intro during his prime, he was virtually unbeatable.
Oh yeah, that was sick.
He killed Mufasa, and it's Scar.
No, one of these players was virtually unbeatable, and the other one plays Marv,
a cartoon lion. He's the king of Smash. He's the people's champ. I mean, I don't know. This is all like the early phases of like hype melee matches.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
And it was a great match. It went to like game 7, I think, as I recall.
Game 6, right? 4-2.
Game 6. Oh, I'm sorry, my bad.
Oh, I don't know. Bobby could tell us.
I thought it was.
What can I tell you?
I mean, it was closer than Scar Fendi's. All I'm saying. It was a little bit closer.
What was the what was the score? Is 4-2?
I don't remember, dude. It could have been like 3-2.
Right
no. Yeah, wow.
It was game 7. Yeah, game 7.
I was losing. I made a comeback. I was down like 3 games to 1 or something.
Oh,
I was down. People counted me out. I made a comeback. People were like,
"Yeah, Ken was
like this is over." They're like, "This is over, dude." I was like, "Fuck you guys."
Was it Blur commentary? I forget.
Yeah, Blur and Mango. They were drunk.
Oh yeah, Mango was on it too. Yeah.
What was the deal? At first he didn't show up, and then eventually he did. He eventually went to Evo, so.
Yeah, he wasn't gonna go, and
this
was like a money match for him. If I win, you go to Evo. If you win, you're the people's champ or some shit like that.
Ken, you're the reigning champion of Evo. You are an institution at Smash. You need to show up. It's an obligation to your people.
Yeah.
I will put everything on the line. Let's go to Kings of Cali. I will go to you on your home turf. I will put whatever you want at stake, and all you need to put at stake is going to Evo. And I'll let you at home decide what you think about this. Ken said to me, all right, if I lose, I'll go to Evo. If I win, I get to be the people's champ.
That is kind of funny. That's exactly that's how I respond as well. That's kind of funny.
Everything on the line.
Yeah. That's kind of funny.
To get Ken, the king of Smash, the reigning champion, an icon in our community, to show up at the tournament. I did what I had to do for the people, and the rest is history.
Wow.
You're wearing the Iron Man hoodie.
That's actually exactly what I said. I will call you the people's champ from now on. That was what was on the line.
Bobby, you bet. So I'm so glad you fucking won.
Yeah.
Me too. Hey, me too.
You know what?
There was a lot on the line.
Bobby, I don't think these stakes are fair.
On the line, dude. I had to win anyway. I know how you're feeling right now.
Bobby, you should have said to him.
You should have said to him. Ken.
You should have said to him, fine. You don't have to come to Evo if you don't want to, but then I'm the king of Smash. Equivalent exchange.
That's an equivalent exchange, dude.
If I'm betting my title and you're not even going to come to Evo, I get your title. Now I'm both. What are you going to do about it?
He was definitely going to keep it. Yeah, he was definitely going to keep his word. He came. That fool came.
I'm going to start calling you the king of Smash.
I was really happy I beat him.
My one fighting God story is when Mango showed up drunk to the Twitch office and was hanging out because Scar couldn't hang out with him yet. He was busy. So we were in the break room just playing friendlies. And I could tell Mango was like, he was just kind of drunk or whatever. Like he was out of it. And we were playing friendlies and I was like taking some games, getting some gimp, taking some stocks. Now, I obviously know I'm nowhere near Mango. I felt kind of good. And then Scar came in. He's like, all right, let's go. Let's get out of here. And then Mango goes, wait, one more. And he sits up for 1 second. His eyes light for a little bit. And he beats my ass like I've never even been close to anyone that level. So he beats my ass like I've never been beat in any game in my entire life. 4-stock completely, almost a JV5. And then he goes, just so you don't think you won any of those friendlies. Like that was the one he said, like, just so you don't think any of that mattered. That was such an epic God moment. Like at any moment, he could turn it on. Because we've been playing for like an hour and a half. I've been getting some gimps. He just had to know. Like he knew as a melee player that would be in my head. Like, because if you ever win a friendly as a melee player, you're always like thinking a little bit like, oh, I'm kind of nice.
Yeah.
He knew that about
nice.
me. I didn't say anything, but he knew it, and he had to let me know. And I thought that was such an epic God moment. Armada is such a homie. Like he's a great guy.
I am in my Twitch days. I am so glad I went to Europe a couple times. I went to 2 of the DreamHack tournaments and I went to Air. I'm so glad I got to see Armada in that environment. Like at Air, especially when he didn't enter, he entered doubles and he was one of the doubles. He won doubles with his brother and he just kind of hung out. Okay, let me tell you, this is my favorite mental image I've ever had of Armada. So Air is this really cool. Neither of you guys have ever been to an Air tournament, right?
I have not. No.
They have the coolest tradition. So listen. They don't give trophies. They don't give medals. What they do, and I still have mine because I won crews. They give you, if you win singles or doubles, you get a mug of beer. If you win crews, everyone in the winning crew gets a shot, and you take it during the ceremony. And it is the fucking sickest.
That's so hype.
So Armada and Android win doubles. And they get their giant mugs of beer like a pint. And, you know, you're expected to take a nice swig, and then, you know, you can kind of nurse it for the rest of the evening. And Armada picks up his fucking, and it is a massive, I gotta find this footage at some point. And I was right there. I was in the crowd. And he's like, you know, on stage, smile holding his beer. And he starts drinking this beer. And he goes for like a minute. He is drinking for like a minute. It is a lot of beer. It is like a full. And my image of Armada and all the respect I've had for him, it changed into a new form of respect instantaneously. I was like, oh, this guy's. And Android gave up right immediately. Like Android and just started watching, and we all started watching Armada almost in stunned silence,
in awe.
And like I almost feel like I'm watching the doc. And, you know, there was that scene where Mango's playing beer pong and Armada's climbing the mountain or whatever. Yeah, I get it. That's a narrative. But like Armada, like if you get him at a tournament where he's not entering singles, that man can party, and that man is actually a super sweetheart and just a real fucking warm, friendly, jovial, Scandinavian drinking dude. And I was so glad I got to see the side that side of him. It was really, really special. All right, people are putting the clip in my. I'm gonna play the clip on my stream.
Wow, Android.
Yeah, Android
takes the smallest sip.
Android gives a little respect.
Android doesn't even try, dude. He just nods at it. Look at Armada.
Look at him fucking go.
What a beast. Holy.
And he's, by the way, he sat there for like a good 5 minutes, like making sure not to throw up like after.
Oh my God.
No, it was so sick.
That's sick, dude.
I think is that Ben?
Oh,
Ben!
The Ben SW.
Ben, have you been here the whole time?
No, I was playing Among Us with some.
Okay, you didn't hear the Kings of Cali 4 part, did you?
I mean, whatever it was probably inaccurate.
Well, I was just saying what I would do if I had a full length, you know, if I could
final
edit
cut on the documentary.
Cut. Yeah. I edit out some of the bad shit that people are, you know, saying Sam should cut out or whatever, and I'd put a little bit more about the 7th place chat at Kings of Cali 4. I thought that really.
I mean,
I didn't like how they glossed over that.
Look,
I thought it was a big gloss over.
The thing that I think is missing out from the documentary is the passion that the crowd is able to portray in the middle of a tournament.
Yeah,
and I think that's best personified by me because, you know, I bring
passion. Is a great word.
Yes, passion right in the ear of a competitor, 1 foot behind as they're playing.
Did you see yourself in that one shot?
Look,
oh God, we got the goons on stream right now. By the way,
I saw myself. I saw myself, and I immediately texted Aatrox and said, "Oh, look, it's me. Don't worry." I guess I was complaining about some part of the doc, and then I was on screen. I was like, "Oh, never mind. It's all good."
He was complaining that my old boss Matt DiPietro was in the doc before either of us. And I was like, damn right, you're right, dude. Matt sucked. Why is he in the doc? And I'm not. And then 1 second later, Ben was in the doc, and he's like, well, fuck it, I'm in. Sorry.
Hey, you know what I thought was cool? I thought it was cool that he goes in the doc.
He goes.
That was sick.
That was sick.
Hey, that guy won a tournament like 2 weeks ago.
And he's like amazing. 31 or something, right? And he fucking
30, yeah.
won a tournament.
Shoutouts to boomers in esports. I love
boomers.
A good story.
Daigo, dude.
Daigo is the sickest. Oh, Daigo gives
Bruce, the true boomer.
The true boomer.
Which Bruce?
Gamer B.
Oh, I thought you meant Bruce Lee. I was like, he's dead.
Truest of true boomers.
Bruce Lee would be sick at Melee, though. Based on everything I learned from the doc, Bruce Lee would be dominant at Melee. He would.
Yeah, probably.
If we're being really honest. Good.
If we're being honest. Gamer B's 41. No fucking way.
Really?
He doesn't have a single gray hair. And he's got 41. The reactions of a fucking teenager. Yeah, that pisses me off. That pisses me
You know, the
off.
next Doc kid is going to be from Ludwig's chat. The next Zane is going to be like some,
Oh goodness.
some
wow,
Ludwig
yeah.
chatter going 8-0 versus Zane in a few years and just crushing him.
I mean, it is pretty fucking wild that, like, I think one of the reasons why people are upset about these last 2 episodes is that, like, these are the first 2 episodes that the Doc kids were, like, actually at these events.
It's
Right.
True. It's true.
I did not yell 7th place. That was the person next to me.
You
But
did, okay.
I did not like I did not like M2K at that tournament because that was like my first out of state tournament, my first big tournament, and I was playing my pools match, and M2K sat down next to the scrub, like first round of round robin pools, and the scrub is like, "Oh, I'm playing Sheik," and Mew2King's like, "Okay, I'm playing Sheik too," and the scrub is like, "Yo, do you want to agree not to chain grab?" And Mew2King looks this kid who's probably new, directly in the eyes and says, "No, I'm going to chain grab." And then proceeds to chain
That's
grab
his
him for
right
8
as a
stops in
player.
row.
That's his right. He's going
Look,
to beat that kid's
it
ass
is his
anyway.
right. It is his right. You're right, Aatrox. It is his right. But look, if you're a stalwart of the game and you're playing against a new player, comes from the dock, and you destroy them in that fashion, what do you think is going to happen? That guy probably never entered another tournament in his entire life.
No.
Ben,
How do you do that?
Ben, I went to an SSS, a Super Smash Sundays one time, and Tafo in pools had to play a Pichu player. It was like her first tournament, and she played Pichu. She thought Pichu was really adorable and all this stuff. And Tafo mercilessly chain grabbed her all 4 stocks. And I gotta tell you, Ben, I haven't seen her in any tournaments since then. And then I talked to Tafo after, and Tafo was like, "Well, that's the matchup. That's the matchup."
That's Tafo for sure, dude. I'll always
Small
just think
difference
about
between Tafo and
Tafo with
M2K.
like. I'll just always think of him with his storage unit full of Legos that he buys and sells to people at a markup. Oh my goodness.
We got some characters in Smash. Let me tell you. We got some characters.
Ben, I can't believe that you're
That was the
so
Tafo
filthy
episode.
that you could just say with 100% straight face that it wasn't you, it was the person next to you who chained.
What, Ben, I want to know, did
He
you
just says
give
it with
the
his
person
such
next
a
to you the
straight
cup of
face.
ice, or how did the person next to you get the cup of ice? That's the only thing I want to know.
Yeah.
The cup of ice, I already told the truth on Aatrox stream one night, so I'm happy to tell that story
Like a
again.
capital
I don't know,
T.
bro. I agree with you.
For the actual truth.
No,
The
a
actual
version.
truth.
Certainly
Look,
a version.
Look,
Ramsey
the
Bell,
truth
thanks
is
for doing
I
one.
never threw a cup of ice at
At small
anyone.
children who were in your way while you were trying to watch a mango set. You never did that.
You threw
I'm
it
happy-
forward, and if
I'm-
it happened to be in the way, that wasn't your intent.
I'm happy to tell the truth again. But if you want to hear, a more entertaining story
Okay.
than the truth, I'm also happy to tell that one.
I'm also being dead honest. You screamed 7th place in Mew2King's ear
I
so
did.
loudly. There is still a Reddit thread from Mew2King the next day
It
saying,
was-
"Hey, I
No,
don't normally
wait,
complain
whoa,
about this. The crowd was really bad, actually."
First off, Aatrox, let's call a spade a spade. I did not scream 7th place. I did scream other things, but I did not scream 7th place. Second off,
Dude,
the day after
ASW's
I
defense is always
Aatrox-
admitting part of the story more and more until he admits the whole thing.
First
He
of all,
always like,
they
"All
were
right, so I
not
did scream."
children. In some nations,
if you want to
in
talk
some
about
nation
psychopathy-
states, their ages they were already considered adults. Okay, in some nation states.
If you want to talk about psychopathy, me and Bobby, because the tournament went so late, almost died driving back from Kings of Cali because our third driver, who I don't know who it was, maybe it was
that was a
Aatrox, refused to drive. So Bobby and I were trading off driving when we were both on zero sleep. Bobby finished commentary and then we hit the road and we're like, "Oh, phew, at least Aatrox's been sleeping this entire time. He can get to this last leg." And then we wake up, we're in this big traffic jam outside of Antioch.
Holy shit.
And we wake up Aatrox, we're like, "Hey, can you drive?" He's like, no, I want to sleep.
It's not okay.
And we both like,
You want to know the
wits end.
truth?
I remember
Here's
that
the
day.
fucking truth. Here's the truth. I had lost my license. I had lost my I physically lost my wallet with my license in it, and I was afraid if I was driving late at night and I got pulled over, I wouldn't have a license. But I didn't want to say that because it was embarrassing. So I was like, I'm just kind of really tired. I'd rather sleep. I didn't have a license. That's why I didn't drive. There's the
Thankfully,
truth
you
of the
told that
story.
embarrassing anecdote to 4,000 people on.
Oh my god. Man, the lore runs deep. Why wasn't I at Kings of Cali?
People know.
Doing something? I'm so glad I wasn't there now that I'm hearing all this shit.
Do people know that Kings of Cali 4 is the origin of Streets 112 in the Melee community?
No.
I didn't know that.
Maybe
What?
not.
What are you talking about?
So
Oscar
me,
definitely told me about it at some point, but I didn't know it was Kings of Cali
it was
4.
Kings of Cali 4. It was me, you, Mango, Aatrox, and Oscar in that hotel room by the venue. And Oscar's like, yo, we have to watch this YouTube video. It's so good. And in my mind, when he said that, I was like, oh God, this is like college. This is like that kid in college who's like, oh, we have to watch this YouTube video.
Wait. Let me cut you off right here, Ben. You, in your head, you kid in college Oscar? In your head?
No, this was the first time I ever met Oscar. This was the first event I had ever met Oscar. And like, I knew him to be cool. And so like, the first part of my brain was like, oh,
kid in
this
college,
is
Oscar.
college. The second part is like, everybody
if
else.
Oscar says he's got a good video for you.
Well, I didn't know that. I never met him.
Well, I'm just saying, I hope you learned your lesson, Ben.
I did.
Ben saying part of the story is look how wrong he was.
Okay.
I was so
I'm
wrong.
admitting to it, yeah.
This is the greatest video of all time. The greatest video on YouTube.
Fair.
I remember the
Street
first
112
couple
was great.
tournaments we would all go to, all the locals in NorCal, hang out after them. Bobby would always put on Juggle Fox versus MTK. Always, repeatedly. It was his favorite way to wind down after a tournament. Is like, let's all watch Juggle
It was
Fox.
it was us four, right? When we all worked at Twitch, we had that recurring calendar invite every 2 weeks.
We would hang out, watch Juggle
Friday
Fox.
after work, we would get into a meeting room and we'd put it on projector and watch Juggle Fox get up tilted by Mew2King.
It's just so beautiful.
It is.
If you guys don't know, Juggleguy is not a Fox player, but he played I don't know, like a set or a couple of games versus Mew2King.
Fucking is it?
And he just gets completely styled on for, I don't know, a long time in a YouTube video. And it's really funny.
Mew2King ordered him to play Fox.
Hey, Tapo
discovers different ways of making a Fox embarrassed. Like he discovers new, uncharted ways of making a Fox look terrible. It really was like a pioneering.
Mew2King at one point decides, I'm going to stand here and I'm going to up tilt. And I'm going to see what happens.
The first time I watched this was at NCR because we were in that basement of that Airbnb. We were staying
at
for
that same
NCR.
point? 50, like 1 minute.
I'm at 106 right now.
I'm at 102.
And you were like,
how does he die from up tilt?
Honestly, the first time watching this video, Bobby, you were like, "This is church. We got to put it on to watch it."
Yeah, it was like a real religious moment. Because we were at that house, Ben. Remember the rented? Yeah, the Airbnb. We rented this really nice Airbnb, and we sat in the middle of this rich family's house that we were renting, pulled down this big projector, sat on beanbags, and just like turned the lights down. He's like, "Gotta watch this," and it was just like Juggle Fox getting destroyed
for 10 minutes straight.
I was like, "What is this?" And then Bobby's laughing the whole way through, like he's already seen it, and it's 13 minutes of Bobby giggling at fucking Juggle Fox. It was really a surreal experience.
I love everything about it.
Mew2King just up tilting over and over.
He doesn't. He kills him. It edge guards him. It edge guards him the other way.
This is the thing about the doc that I don't think it did justice for Mew2King. This is like Mew2King at the beginning of the doc.
Yeah,
Mew2King used to do this to you. This is like I wish we had that perspective. You could ask any Fox player. You could ask me. Okay, Mew2King would come to your house. First of all, he would drink all your milk. Okay, that was the first. He would get in your fridge and drink all your milk. Second of all, he'd ask you to play in friendlies. He would pick FD. Okay, if you're a Fox player, he'd pick FD.
Yeah, he would pick FD.
You had no say in the matter.
Dude, he would pick FD.
And he would fucking just make you feel like you weren't human. He would make you feel lower than dirt. He did this for hours and he wouldn't let you leave. He would say, keep playing, I gotta practice more. And it felt terrible. It was the worst feeling. This was why they were the gods. Like, it just felt like they were on completely another plane. Not even another plane, another axis. It really felt that way. I'm happy that I never got JV5 to this day.
Yeah.
I got, there was one game we played where I only took 5%, but I got one hit it. I didn't get JV5. And I'm happy about that. I'm happy never JV5.
We take those.
Atrock, you were like the biggest M2K fanboy of all time.
In the world in 2014. I think
2014,
I was leading the charge. Yeah, every tournament I was cheering for him, and it wasn't easy.
It felt like you had gotten, if you're not frame perfect 99 times out of 100, you're not good enough on your chest. You've gotten that tattooed on your chest.
I did repeat it every time I got a GIMP in Twitch office.
Yes.
I always felt like you never knew him like I did. I always wanted to tell you that.
No, yeah, you tried to tell me. You're like, yeah, he's good, but
no. Well, when I say that, I mean how much I fanboy Mew2King, because he's used my toothbrush. He lived with me for a while. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
You know that, right?
No, but I'm saying you had a more full perspective as a human. You knew why he could be annoying. You knew why it might not be
sure, but I just always wanted you to know when you were saying that you're a huge fanboy. That's my boy, dude. That's my boy. Yeah, I'm an original. That's right. I paid for him and shit. I was
For
just
people in
Chat, I'm just gonna
for people in chat who don't know, Aatrox, like in 2014 when he was an employee at Twitch, messaged Mew2King on Facebook being like, "Yo, dude, like I'm trying to get better at my Sheik gimps. Can you give me any tips?" He was that guy for Mew2King. That's how much in love you were with Mew2King, right?
Yeah, man, I don't know if that was in law. Yeah, I missed the top
I
player
think
for
that's
help.
dope.
No, you were a big Aatrox. I gotta tell you, there were events where like I was. You weren't there. It was like a Canadian tournament, and I was talking to Mango like after the tournament or whatever. And I don't know how you came up. Like I was talking about, I was prior working at Twitch, and I was talking about it, and Mango was like, Aatrox? Yeah, I don't really trust that guy. I know that guy's a Mew2King fanboy.
Can I tell you the first
I know that guy's a Mew2King fanboy.
Okay, this is a story that needs to be told because I'm pissed at Scar to this day, dude.
I'm sorry, dude. I knew it was going to come up. I was hoping it wasn't
going to come up. This has to come up. I am a new player to Melee in 2014. The doc has come out. I'm so excited. Everything's fucking exciting. I'm going to all these tournaments. I'm hanging out with Scar. I get like I feel like in 2014, I feel like not Forrest Gump because I feel like I'm just there all this moment. I'm in the background of every key moment. It's so awesome. I get to see everything that's happening through 2014. And I'm a huge Mango fanboy. I fucking love Mango. He's the fucking heart and soul of Melee. He's awesome. And the first meeting I get to have with Mango is Mango's house in Norwalk on July 4th. That's how I get to meet Mango. I'm like, this is going to be fucking amazing. I'm going with Scar to Mango's house on July 4th. He's Mr. America in Norwalk. Fireworks going off. This is going to be amazing. And we get there, and I hit it off with Mango right away. We're joking. We're having a good time. I'm complimenting his family's cooking. We play some games.
It was tasty.
It was great. We're having a great time. And then Mango's like, what's your Twitter? Let me follow you. We're just talking. And I'm pulling my phone out. And we're sitting next to a fence. And Scar peeks his fucking head over the fence like Wilson from fucking... He peeks his head over the fence and he goes, yo, you know Aatrox's a Mew2King fanboy, right? And you can see Mango's whole face change. Dude, he fucking closes the Twitter app right in front of me. He's about to hit follow, dude. One fucking note-mitting follow, and his whole demeanor changes. It took me like a fucking year to actually be friends with Mango after that. Like, literally, it started so much later.
Sorry, dude.
That one moment. He didn't follow me till like 2015, and I didn't play games, but like, it took a year because of that one M2K comment.
I just thought that like if I didn't tell him, he would have been like,
if he didn't know,
you didn't tell me I was fraternizing with an M2K fan over here. You vouched for
disclosure.
I felt like I vouched.
Legally had to disclose.
I brought you into the family, dude. You know, you were there under my protection in the first place.
Hey, Bob,
should have been thanking me for that moment of hitting it off with him. I'm changing this story all around.
Bob,
only there because of me.
Do you still have the Mew2King versus Juggle Fox footage open?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
I'm at 906. 906.
I guess I've been going back and forth. There's really good stock at about.
I have it open as well. Actually, I've been watching off stream.
Okay.
I'm watching Mew2King 4-stock Juggleguy again.
Yeah, there's a really
good. You know,
there's a really good stock at 4. It's at 4:30. Go to 4:30. Go to 4:30.
Oh, did you talk about that? Can we just do what I just saw? You're gonna love it. All right, I'm gonna go to 4:30, but then you got to remember we got to go to 9:20, 9:25. Okay. All right, 4:30.
Forward smash.
We'll just go to 9:30.
Wait, Aatrox, don't count the forward smashes out just yet. All
right, I'm in here. I'm at 4:30. I'm at 4:30.
4:30 is pretty good.
That's so funny. What a slaughter,
dude. I gotta tell you, this is a tough year for Juggleguy.
Yeah, he's a trooper.
He's a trooper.
And he gets tipped. I know. Is that the end of it when he gets tipped by the last one?
Well, it's not the end of the match.
So many times in this, he gets 4 stocks so many times. What time is it? What time is it? 9:20. You said 9.
You got to go to 9:20.
I'm
going. You got to go to 9:20. It's between 9:20 and 9:23.
Oh, that's a short period of time.
Until he jumped into it.
2.5 second loop, dude. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, go. Like, what is going on here, dude?
There's like a vacuum effect on it. What?
Get into it.
Why is
1, 2, 3, 4.
He's just holding L and mashing A. Like, that is what was happening.
You will come here.
Guy,
forced choke, dude. It's the forced choke.
Short hop laser.
No. Lasered the wrong direction. He lasered the wrong
his
direction.
Brain, dude.
To land in the grab. He shoots the other way.
Your brain at this moment is just like pure
It's
panic
mush, yeah.
mode, right?
No, it's
like-
it's over for you. You
Well,
can't.
no, you're already
fuck-
10 minutes in.
fuck-
It's mush. I mean, you've just been.
It's
you're
mush.
asking
Mush, yeah.
It's like it's slop.
None of
It's
your
like-
input stimuli make any sense because none of them have worked. All of your reactions to anything have been met with failure. So your brain is panicking. Your brain is trying to find any new neuron path that will get you to a stop because you haven't found one yet.
Oh my
So you're
god.
shooting lasers in the wrong direction. You're fucking jumping backward. You have no.
Actually, it's so true. Just nothing's working.
Nothing's
Your brain's
working.
like, what is?
Oh.
Your brain's like, get to safety. I can't. You know what I put on right after is Zane Leffen at Big House 9.
That
Pretty sure that's the
I'm
one.
down. All right.
By the way, Leffen is getting shit. I haven't seen the set. Or I had seen the set, but I don't remember how dominant it
I
was.
kind of remember
This
this.
is-
I commented.
This is
What are we
crazy.
saying at this point?
Mhm.
Oh my god.
Zane is so good.
Yeah, it's wild.
It's the saddest part about Zane being so good is that the Crimson Blur always has something to say.
I want Zane. I want Zane to just fucking my B match Blur for his color.
And just get it over with.
Just get it over with. Yeah, just Blur doesn't get to play anymore. Red Marth. I hate that when I think Red Marth, I have to think Zane and then Blur. I hate that. I hate
In
that.
that order?
Yeah, sorry.
Wow,
Ken.
disrespectful to Prime
Sorry,
Blur.
sorry, Ken.
Disrespectful, dude.
Really unfortunate for all the Doc kids out there. Sorry,
Yeah.
Ken.
Mhm.
That's the order,
Ken,
actually.
Ken a distant third behind Zane and Blur for Red Marth icon. When I
guy.
first joined Twitch, Ben would bring Scar coffee for melee lessons. I just want to get that out there.
That's not true.
It is true.
Such good coffee.
It is true. I would show up at work and Ben SW would have a hot, fresh cup of coffee for Scar on his desk to get melee lessons.
Dang,
That's
dude,
a fact.
I forgot about that, dude. Those were the days.
And I was like,
well,
what is
that
this?
wasn't the arrangement though. It was
wasn't,
I
it
was
wasn't.
paying for the beans. I was
Look, yeah,
that's
Metro's right. You're
classic Scar,
docking
dude.
me right now. You are fucking
You know what,
docking.
actually,
it was,
I
it
know
was
I'm
you
not
would
docking you. I'm not
Dude,
docking
do
you.
you remember?
Tell
it
your
was
son.
not
remember
for
what
melee
happened?
lessons. It was not for melee. I was just doing it because
What was it
Bobby was
for?
such a good friend of mine.
Yeah. And we had this thing, right? We had this thing where we would flip a coin to see who paid for the beans, right?
The beans.
But yet,
Like
never
$20
put the coin for who got the coffee.
$20 a bag or something like that.
You
$20
never
a
put the coin
bag.
for who got the coffee and brought it to the desk because you both had money, right? So it really wasn't about the bean price.
No, wait, Brandon, you misunderstand this entire thing. I was like the first person at Twitch. I brought my own coffee grinder and my own coffee
Yeah.
equipment to brew my
True.
coffee. And Bobby saw me do this and was like, whoa, like you must be serious about coffee. Can I get some coffee? And I said, no. Right, Bobby?
Yeah, that's the way. Yeah.
I said, no chance. Because
You're a
I spent a
badass.
lot of time on coffee.
And yet somehow the hot coffee ended up on Scar's desk every day.
Can I tell you one aspect of that story, by the way?
Sure. Go for it.
I remember there was one time at 255 or whatever the address was of the old office
225.
where we
225.
were late on doing the coin flips. We just hadn't done it a couple times. We had like 5 coin flips in a row that we had to do.
Yeah.
It's like basically $20 a flip. I always call tails, you know. So Ben walks up. He's like, "All right, let's flip." Walks up. I'm like, "Tails." He puts up the coin. It's tails. I'm like, "All right." He flips the coin again. It's tails. I'm like, "Okay." He flips the coin again. It's tails. I'm starting to feel a little bit bad. Like I'm not paying for it. He flips the coin. Ben, what happened? Next 2 flips, dude.
Tails.
Dude, he flipped the coin the 5th time.
failed
And walked
5
away.
times,
He didn't even look. He
walked
didn't
away.
even
Yeah,
look
he
at what he didn't even look. And I'm on the floor laughing at that point. And I just looked at the coin and it was fucking tails as a
Wait, Bear's been making
motherfucker,
all the coffee. He's been making all the coffee with the
dude.
assumption
It was
that
as
half of it
tails
would
as
get
they
paid by
come,
Scar.
dude.
He also paid
I'm like
for all the
hoping
coffee.
I was hoping it was heads by the end.
Hey, you won fair and square.
So
The
funny.
best part of that is you were
So
laughing on the floor, and the entire
Oh my
office saw
God.
you. They're like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
It was really
I
funny.
was cracking up.
I remember the first time I was sitting at Twitch, and Bobby like plugged in his laptop to show me a video on like one of the big screens, and his background was that image from I think it was Beast, right, where you're sitting next to Mango, both wearing the Captain America hoodie.
Mhm.
And I was like, "Oh, who's that?" Like thinking that like it must be like your brother or like your best friend or
Well,
whatever.
Bobby was Tony
You're like,
Stark. Tony
More
Stark.
than that.
Sorry.
And Bobby just turns to me. I remember this so clearly. He turns to me and with like the clearest eyes, he turned to me and said, "That's the best Melee player of all time."
Oh, he's in chat creaming, dude. He's losing his mind.
Like, whoa.
Well, actually, we've been slobbing his knob for like fucking 10 minutes now.
Yeah.
So
Oh
All right,
my goodness.
I'm gonna drop off. I'm gonna drop
I want
off
to
the
tell
call.
one more
I'm gonna
Hugs.
drop off the call.
You're talking about Hugs' is refined taste. One small story is I remember this is a Hugs and Blur double whammy. So we were after PAX Prime, and
Good tournament from what I heard from Atria.
Big top 32 from your boy. No big
I
deal.
heard Jake 13 dodged a bullet.
He dodged a fucking bullet, and Westballs didn't because I was drunk at the party and smacked the drink out of his hand in front of his sponsor. Probably why he got kicked off. Anyway, so it's the after party. The tournament's over.
Hey, Chuck, that was on Slack the next day. Someone on Slack was like, "Yeah, I heard Aatrox smack the drink out of one of the pro players' hands."
Insanely drunk. I wasn't used to, I can't stomach the bracket. I see why you drink, Mango. I got a top 32 and I was like, damn, I got to get blitzed to get ready for tomorrow. So it's the after party. You guys are distracting me. You're talking about the wrong stuff. It's the after party. It's all over. Everyone's feeling good. Melee's in a good spot. And Blur's trying to be like the Don because he just got hired recently at Twitch. He's trying to be like the man of the scene. You know, Blur is always trying to be the big guy, the guy pulling the strings, the puppet master. And so he's got everybody around. He's like, Hugo, where do you want to go? Pick the most fancy spot because everyone at that point knows the meme of Hugs' fancy taste. And Hugs like, all right, I'll do it. He goes to Yelp, finds like a 5-star, 3 money star, nice place. And we drag all these smashers down to this really nice restaurant. We're all completely underdressed. It feels a little out of place. And we order the fucking moon. We go, everyone's ordering 6 plates. We're all sharing. We're ordering drinks.
And
the bill
I'm
comes
having a good
out,
time.
and it's like very expensive. It was like, you know, it was like
I'm trying to leave, but
18
I'm also
20
not. I'm
smashers
having
here.
a good time.
Big deal. And the food was great. And the bill's really expensive. And they're like, oh, give it to Blur. And Blur's like, don't worry, guys. I got this. I can expense it. And I see him get up and he goes to talk to the waiter. And then he comes over to me and he pulls me aside. And he's like, yo, Truck, can you expense this? Because I don't have I was like, no, dude, I can't put a fucking $3,000 expense on my fucking social media budget. Smash is not. No. He's like, all right. And I think he put it on his own fucking card, dude.
He did. I know. I've heard this story from him.
He had to fucking pay for it himself. So I think he ended up getting some of the money back, but he essentially paid for 30 smashers to have the fucking night of their life on. So shout out to Blur, dude, because his mouth definitely came before the wallet on that one.